Jack Gaming. Of course, I am 1176 of Modern Jack Gaming. Thank you for joining me today. Of course, I am not in the studio today. I am at Carhartt 317's house. Today, we're going to be upgrading his system with an AIO. This is the darkFlash Symphony TR240. You can find this on Amazon for about $76. So it's definitely in the budget category. I didn't really need a new one for mine, so that's why I didn't get it for myself, but he got it for his system. So quickly we're going to go over what's on the box. We'll do a quick close-up, show you what comes in the box, and then of course we're going to do a little build montage. And we'll go over data and numbers and see how this thing goes. So again, it's the 240 millimeter radiator. So it comes with two 120 mil fans. It uses the same Ace-Tech pump as the Thermaltake AIO I did a review on months ago, the ones in my system. So it says double pipe water block, very typical. 7-blade design fan, similar. I think mine are like 9 blade. Quality cooling type, superior water block, E-type liquid channel, whatever that means. And it's a copper base plate, which is good because definitely want a copper base plate. It helps with efficiency. Now today it does come with thermal paste, but we're not going to be using that. We're actually going to be using MX5 by Arctic because that is one of my absolute favorite thermal compounds. So let's go ahead and crack this sucker open, and as soon as I can figure out how. I need a knife.
Right behind you.
Okay, now we got that open. Let's go ahead and open this sucker up. Now this is compatible with AMD and Intel, but we are going to be installing it on a AMD build with a a Ryzen 5 5600X. I was thinking GPUs for a second. So you get your install manual, which of course has your Intel and your AMD. We got a box of tools. Let's say we've got a fan splitter, backing plate, mounting hardware, and a little bit of thermal compound. Again, we'll just save that for maybe a GPU build or something later on. But like I said, we're going to be using that one. Okay, first in is the fans. Very reminiscent of actually it looks like a lot like a Be Quiet fan. Like the Silent 120s. So we're just get two of those. Now these are RGB. It's on the face right here, and on the edge, the fans itself are mounted. Okay, time for the big boy. Actually, we've got one more thing here. Oh, that's part of it. Okay, let's get this thing out of here. Oh, there it is. Actually, it's pretty light for an AIO. I mean, the radiator part's pretty light. That pump is heavy. And everybody, if you're wondering, the dog in the background, that's Diesel. That's Carhartt's dog. So he's a beautiful little dude, isn't he?
He likes to help out.
He loves to see what's going on. So if you see him throughout the video, don't mind. He's just a curious little pooch. So that's pretty much what comes in the box. Pretty simple. Let's go ahead and get this. There we go. So you guys can take a look at the pump, which I won't lie is a hefty boy. That is a good sized pump. I think that's actually bigger than my Thermaltake one. Now this does have an infinity mirror on it, which with the darkFlash logo. You guys will see that once the build's done. It does have nice braided cables. Length is about right. We're going to be doing a top mount on this one. So we're going to mount this on top of the case and then run the pump below. And of course it does have a copper base plate, but there is no pre-applied thermal paste, which only certain companies do that. I find that usually the more budget-oriented models don't have that. So we got some more branding. We got a nice darkFlash logo here on each side. There is an access port for fill right here. So if for some reason you want to top this off later in the future, you can just open this port up and put in your coolant. No bends in the fins. Actually, this is really nice. There's no scratches on this. I mean, they definitely did a pretty good job with quality control on this one. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, you'll see a lot more of like the logos and things like that and the lighting when we get that all set up. So right now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to go right into getting the PC, and we're going to a little build montage, and then we'll talk about thermal performance, how well did it do compared to the, which AIO, which, you have the, what, Wraith Prism?
Wraith Prism, yeah, the one with the RGB.
Okay, that's in the
It's
background.
one step up from the...
He doesn't want to be on camera. He will be. So that's the one he has, the Spire one. So we did some testing already with that, so we got all the numbers for that. Like I said, we're going to hook this big boy up, and then we're going to do some testing numbers of that and see how this thing does. So don't worry, you're fine. Stick with us. Everyone's got to start somewhere. As you can see here, currently he has the AMD RGB Spire cooler in there right now. So we're going to go ahead and rip that out, and we're also going to rip out... Oop, wrong pan way. Haha, look, that lovely EVGA card. We're also going to be taking that single fan out, and this is where we're mounting the radiator. Now he's running a Corsair D4000 case, as you guys can see, and he did get the airflow model after much debate with me, but he got it. So this is where we're going to put it in, and we're going to get to it. So, well, while Dave is going, or Carhartt is going to get his system set up, we're going to go ahead and look at a fans a little bit closer. As you can see, they do have the nice little flow notches, which is very similar to something like Be Quiet in the fan blades, and they are rubber mounted. So nice. So the nice thing is these should stay quiet, but we don't know until we get this thing started. Also, because everyone usually asks these questions. Excuse me. So we have a 3-pin. No, focus. 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 There it goes. There it went. Anyways, a 3-pin. Come on. There it goes. 3-pin. ARGB comes off. 4-pin. PWM fan control. And this is basically it's a pigtail. Well, not pigtail, but more of a daisy chain. So if you already have RGB in your system, but you don't have enough room on your hub, you can use these to plug into your system and basically not have to need an all additional hub to do even more RGB. So that is the fans. That's what they look like on the front and look at the back. Like I said, they're really similar to something like a Be Quiet fan with the way the fan blades are designed, but the way the outside RGB looks very similar to the Easy DIY fans that they got out there. So, well, we got the old one out. We got the old one clean. So pretty much now we're ready to start putting this stuff inside the system. So let's get to it. Oh, also, just real quick, let you guys know, the backplate that comes with this is for using Intel only. So if you have an Intel system, you'll need this backplate. But if you're running AMD, let's grab this stuff right here. This mounting hardware, this is all you need. It uses the stock mounting bracket that comes with the system. So you don't have to use that, which actually I kind of like because that means you'll get better pressure on there. So, well, let's go ahead and get this. Now we're into the installation process of all this. And you notice I am wearing a different shirt than last time. It's because this is another day. Actually, it's a week later. We found out that you need, for an AMD install, you need a particular piece of hardware. You need the original brackets that come with your motherboard. So, real quick. So you need this bracket right here. Well, I mean, you need the backing plate, but you need these black pieces that most everybody takes off when they first get their PC. So you're going to need this. So if you don't have this, you're going to have to get a new one. If you don't, if you got only, this is only pertains to AMD. If you have Intel, this is what you need for that. But as of right now, I got the fans on, as you can see here. And this will be coming out towards the back side of the case. And then this is our pump. So, like I said, currently Dave is over there removing the old CPU cooler right now, the Prism Spire cooler, whatever the heck they call it. He's removing that right now. And then we're going to go ahead and get this guy in. And then we'll get the AIO all in there and ready to go. And then learn some performance numbers. So, get to it. see right here, this beautiful looking system. We did have a couple of snags. There's Dave. Haha. Told I'd get him on camera. Anyways, I said little snags. I'll show you guys real quick. Was just running the cables and stuff, but we did get them in. No issues. As you can see, this thing is gorgeous with that infinity mirror look on these. And these fans are super quiet. Like, his other case fans are louder than this thing. I mean, this system is just super, super quiet. Yeah, he does have a pretty sexy system. So, performance numbers for you now. So, the original run with the old cooler on doing a CPU-Z stress test, we had a high of 86 degrees Celsius, an idle temperature of 65 degrees Celsius. We didn't hit a thermal throttle with the old cooler, but that's still pretty high. So, now with the new AIO in the system, and the now idling temperature for the system is around like 50 degrees Celsius, idle temperature. Sometimes around 45 too, depending on how warm the room is. And this is not using any light. This is not using max fan speed or anything like that. Because when we did do max fan speed, we were getting around 30 degrees Celsius. So it'll definitely keep this thing cool if you want to run full tilt. And honestly, these fans on full tilt are very, very quiet. And then we did the same stress test we had before. And the highest temperature we got was 61 degrees Celsius on a full stress test. Never got any higher. And that was without running the AIO and the fans at full tilt. That was actually running them at a lower, basically what you would consider like just standard running speed. So, pros of the system, very quiet. I love the look of it with the infinity mirror. I think it's really a sexy look to this thing. The fans with the ring RGB really match the setup. I really like those. There's two versions of this with the fans. You can get the one without the, basically the fans that would light up. And then there's one with this style with these do light up and then don't light up. We have the ones that don't, of course. So there's two versions of that. They're pretty much the same fan. That's the only difference. So pros, quiet. Definitely keep the system nice and cool. Looks awesome. And the price point, when we picked this up, it was what, 76 bucks?
Yeah, I think like $80 out the door.
So $80 taxes out the door. Yeah, really, really good price. So the cons, and really there's only one con, in my opinion, for this system. And that's the mounting hardware. It's not bad in a way, but it's not easy either. So if this is your first time putting stuff into a system or working on a system, it can be a little tricky to get the mounting pressure or get the mounting hardware in correctly and mount it down. But it took me just a couple of minutes, and then I had it in there locked down. It's got good pressure. It's not moving. Temperature wise, we're looking very, very solid. So what is my recommendation of the darkFlash? What is this, a twister?
Box right there.
Oh,
Symphony?
Symphony. God, they love changing the name of it. The darkFlash Symphony 240 AIO with the infinity mirror. I'm going to give this a 100% recommendation. If you're looking for a good budget AIO, I'm highly going to recommend this system. It's super nice, super quiet. Like I said, the only con I really had for it was getting the mounting hardware in the right spot. And like I said, if you are running an AMD system, you are definitely going to need to get your hands on your original black plastic pieces that came with your motherboard, because that's the only way you can mount it. Now, if you're running an Intel, it comes with all new mounting stuff, mounting hardware and things like that, so you won't need any of that. But if you're running AMD, you will definitely want that. So, well, I want to thank you guys for stopping out tonight or today and checking out this review video at Carhartt 317's home for his system that we put together. This is technically, I would like to call this Carhartt PC 2.0, because the original version, there's not much left in it of the original. Is there anything original other than your hard drives, right?
I mean,
The hard drives, it?
yeah, because we changed the
Yeah,
motherboard, the GPU.
Yeah. So we pretty much completely rebuilt his PC. So this is second iteration. We just kept a lot of the things that were the same. Did want to let you guys know we do have a Patreon page starting up very soon, where you're gonna be able to get merch and stuff on that. Also, we're gonna be doing like Q&As on that. We're gonna do like hardware news and PC news on there that are only gonna be strictly for Patreon subscribers. We will have that here soon. I will make a separate video on that when that goes live. So if you guys are interested in supporting our channel and keeping all these budget reviews going, that's a way to help out the channel. Well, I will catch you from the wonderful Casa of Carhartt. Thank you for joining us today. Of course, I am Lemon76 of Wonder Day Gaming, and this is Carhartt 317 of Wonder Day Gaming. Thank you for joining us today. We will catch you on the next gameplay, live stream, or review video. And as always,